Today is Tuesday, August 4th. I'm Jacqueline Sales here with John Kicklighter, currency strategist for DailyFX.com, to discuss the currency markets. So John, no follow-through on that anti-dollar move yesterday. What happened today?
Well, you can see that it just wasn't in the currency market. It just wasn't the majors. The dollar has stalled, yes, but also risk appetite has stalled. The equity market didn't really go anywhere. Commodities stalled in their rallies. Treasury yields have capped out. So it's really largely a wait-and-see kind of feeling to see if we can really recharge a new trend. And that's going to be very difficult because we don't have really many of the indicators in the next 24 hours to actually accomplish that, which is important because if you wait too long on a breakout like this, the chances of reversal keep rising. But today from the U.S., we got a couple indicators. We had the income and spending figures, personal income and spending figures for June. We did see that the tax rebates and the special payouts have worn off, and incomes have dropped substantially, suggesting that it might be more difficult to win a recovery in the U.S. economy. We also had pending home sales, which were much better, so we are tracking a steady improvement there. But in terms of the U.S. dollar, still risk appetite. You're waiting until probably non-farm payrolls or the BOE ECB rate decisions.
Okay, so dollar aside, was there any other currency that was not stuck in congestion today?
They were largely stuck in congestion, but there was some extraneous volatility from certain events. Two specific events I'm thinking about: the RBA rate decision, which came out early in the Asian session. They did not surprise. They kept the benchmark lending rate at 3%, but they did erase the language out of their statement, suggesting that they would have to they had the ability to consider rate cuts going further. No longer is that there, so it is taking a more bullish turn or more hawkish turn going forward. And we also had Canada's Flaherty, who came across the wire suggesting the same kind of commentary that was said by the SMB before they started intervening. So they're very concerned about the appreciation of their currency, the Canadian dollar, against the U.S. current dollar, and we did see that had an impact on price action for the dollar-CAD pair.
Okay, so for tomorrow, is there any announcement or anything going forward that can really set a direction for the markets?
There's a lot of UK data. That should be interesting to watch just because it's very inclusive and conclusive. We have the UK consumer confidence figures, industrial production, VRC shop prices, and we also have service sector activity figures. We've already had construction and manufacturing. Both were better than expected. Still in contractionary territory, though, so these would be altogether, this is going to be a very good wrap-up of the UK economy, which is really struggling for the developed world. We'll see how it comes across the wires, but don't expect too much from it because we still have that BOE rate decision the following day on Thursday, and we're going to have to see what they're doing with quantitative easing programs. Other than that, we have the ISM services figure, and that's no market mover in some historical circumstances, but once again, we're watching the dollar for risk appetite.
Okay, so we know from yesterday you have a few trades on. Are they continued to stay on? Are you setting up new trades? What's going on there?
I'm still short dollar exposure on that breakout from Monday. They haven't gone anywhere because it has turned to congestion, but I have very clear levels of support to put my stops below because of the congestion we've seen today, which is also subsequently some of the breakout levels that we had for Monday. So very clear places to put stops. It's good to just sit there and move stops up to break even and have some possibility for continuation and trend continuation. But beyond that, the only other pair I'm really looking at is the Aussie-Swiss pair. It's going into a wedge, more of a bullish bias, but very good chance of a near-term breakout, so that could be interesting.
Okay, great. Thanks, John. You could always follow John Kicklighter and the rest of the DailyFX analysts at DailyFX.com.